What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Creative Community Conversations, sponsored by ATBA Impact Group, where we plant positive seeds of change on a consistent basis. I am Carrie Irene. I am the CEO and founder of ATBA Impact Group. And if you don't know, ATBA stands for Able to Be Able, because we all are. My guest tonight is Lady Cleopatra. Check it out. So I hope you're looking good, feeling good, smelling good, all the goods. And here is a sneak peek so you know why you need to stick around.
I just shoot, and I realized when it comes to toxic relationships, it's generational. If we look at our family, usually it's our grandmothers, grandma. Like, it's been a history of toxic people, and we're here to be generational curse breakers.
What? Listen to this.
And it's not no just 9 to 5. This is gonna be cute and quick. Like, this is like some shadow work and some snot nose crying and some God, who am I and why am I here type. But the goal, right? I'm getting chills just talking about it. But the goal is to not give up.
So you already know. Grab your favorite beverage, get a snack, get something to write with and something to write on, because we about to get it in.
Okay, so my first name is Lady Cleopatra. It's 13 letters. I always joke and say I wish my dad would have left me, the mansion and the servants and the wealth with that name. But I feel like that's where I'm at in my life, to claim my birthright of abundance and prosperity, and to stop settling and allow myself to be creative and innovative and spiritual and a transformational leader, and just do all the things that I thought I couldn't do all the things that scared me. I forgot how to have fun along the way. I became a workaholic. I worked in corporate for over 20 years, and it sucked the life out of me. I was the good girl who did everything, got the A's and, excelled in school. But when it came to social life and personal life and relationships, I was really horrible at relationships. I didn't realize I had abandonment issues and trust issues, and I didn't have boundaries. And I thought rebelling was, the revolution. Then I realized being disobedient, it slows you down. It spiritually puts you in a jail that you didn't, think you would be in. And so I'm ready to do everything different this time. Yeah. I remember me saying, "Oh, I want a relationship," and then our vibration is, "I don't trust anybody. I don't think love is real," right? But I'm telling myself I want a healthy relationship.
It's really all about this right here. We do things according to the way that we see the world, which is shaped by our experiences. When you're able to see the reasons of your why of the decisions that you make, it can actually propel you forward. This thing right here is such a powerful weapon that we can use in our everyday lives to move us forward and out of situations and circumstances that we find ourselves in. Sometimes we are born into things and we believe that they are normal, but if something in your life does not feel right, it is probably not right for you. You have an opportunity to change your life according to the decisions that you make, but you have to realize that there is a decision that is to be made.
We're kindred spirits.
Yes.
It's the season for that. I just feel like a lot of the conversations that I have, everybody's just like, man, hold on. I have learned too much, lived through too much, and I need to stop learning and applying.
Yes.
So that sounds like where you went.
Yes, applying it, because we're born with certain magic and information, and we don't realize how valuable it is until we forget about how to say no and just
Yeah.
things that God give us innately as kids, and we forget those things, and then remembering, we're here for a purpose. It's not just about us. And I really had to learn how to care about others and care about me. I didn't want to care about me. I
Yeah.
couldn't understand why I mattered. I'm like, if I'm a kind and generous person, why does it matter? But the less kind I am to myself, the less kind people are that I meet. The more kind I am to myself, the more loving and open people are. And it's crazy how God makes it that way.
People don't want to admit it, but whatever keeps showing up, it truly is them making it show up because it's their focus on it. But even if you're just talking constantly about the fact that you don't want it, you're still keeping it in your experience,
Yes, I have a
So
perfect example. So I'm a toxic relationship and healing expert. The only love relationship I've ever been in my life has been toxic. So I'm the number one go-to. I can sniff BS. I even if it's
Mhm.
non-verbal, like it speaks to my third eye, like I'm in tune. And I remember me saying, "Oh, I want a relationship," and then our vibration is I don't trust anybody. I don't think love is real, right? But I'm telling myself I want a healthy relationship. Yeah, that vibration that we speak out, and we have to get to know ourselves to realize, what are we really speaking? I know I'm saying this, but what are my actions? What are my true thoughts about that? And when we get to really know who we are, we can change that vibration. For me personally, my spiritual awakening, I was in a real dark place financially. I was in a dark place emotionally, spiritually, with my family, and I ended up getting into this situationship that I didn't even really want to get into. And when it didn't go right, I was so mad at myself because I knew better. I asked God signs, and He gave them to me. They were clear. Like, there was no
Yeah.
misunderstanding that I had no business dealing with that man, and I dealt with that
And you
man
were
anyway. I
still
hurt
there.
my
And you
own
were still
feelings.
there.
Oh my gosh. But
You speaking my life.
girl, but it took me to a dark path. So I tried to take my life, and it wasn't the individual, like I was in love with him. It was myself.
Yeah, and you got a little one.
I do. Oh, my little feisty 9-year-old. Jesus. Whew. God, what did I do?
Have you gotten your ATBA flag yet? Well, what you waiting for? Click the link above and support ATBA Impact Group as we plant positive seeds of change on a consistent basis, so you can keep looking good, feeling good, and smelling good. All the good. It's good stuff.
I put the good stuff in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I put the good stuff in.
To a dark path. So I tried to take my life, and it wasn't the individual, like I was in love with him. It was myself. Like, I couldn't understand, why did I not love myself enough to just walk away? But I'm learning that we can't beat ourselves up. I did the best I could at the time when I was in that situation. And now that I know better, I'm gonna do better, and I'm gonna share my story with others so I could help let them know it's not just you. And I realize when it comes to toxic relationships, it's generational. If we look at our family, usually it's our grandma. Like, it's been a history of toxic people, and we're here to be generational curse breakers. And that's a
Come
huge torch
on.
to bear. It's not no just 9 to 5. This is gonna be cute and quick. Like, this is like some shadow work and some snot nose crying and some God, who am I and why am I here type. But the goal, right? I'm getting chills just talking about it. But the goal is to not give up. I don't care about what you don't have. If you don't give up, little by little, God will supply you with what you need. But you just can't give up. That's the key.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got a little one.
I do. Oh, my little feisty 9-year-old. Jesus. Whew. God, what did I do? Mm-mm.
Tell us a little bit about that personality.
Listen, if she could, like, open me up and I become the robot suit and she operate out of me, she would. She's ready. She's like, girl, I'm grown. I don't know what happened. I remember being a grown up. Like, I could tell she was here before, for sure. For
A
sure.
9-year-old grown up, huh?
Yes, yes. And I have to
Oh man.
remind her every day that I am a friend and not a foe, and that we are in this together.
Oh my goodness, that is
But it's
amazing.
yes, but you know what? It's teaching me unconditional love because as
Yeah.
parents, we get trapped in you're gonna do what I say, when I say, how I say, and kids are like, yeah, that's not happening. And I remember as a kid, I felt the same way. Like you
Yep,
can say
me
what you
too.
want, but I'm gonna do what I want, And it's so it's that fine line between letting them know, like, here, I'm actually here for you and guide you, and the parent has to know I can't control their decisions. They still may make that wrong decision, and you still
Yeah.
gotta love them and not put them
Yeah.
down and be there.
Would I dare say, starting that process and having that much compassion for someone else started to spill over into you.
Yes, you end up loving yourself deeper. You end up being more kind and gentle with yourself. Like I was just telling my daughter the other day when I was first started being a mom, she would make a spiel and I would lose it. All I could think of is something else to clean up. Oh, this is more work. But when I started to be more open and realize that, girl, you mess up every day. When you wake up, you messed up. You didn't even do nothing yet. You just woke up and you didn't mess up. So how you gonna be mad at this baby who new to this world? But it took time to be thoughtful and really,
Yeah.
conscious and intentional.
And I love that parallel because we are new to this world as we start to expand when we're adults too. It's like it
Hmm.
becomes a new world because when you start to see that it's a world that you're curating, you're the puppeteer, you're the writer, whatever analogy you want to use, you're doing it.
Right.
It's a hard pill to swallow, but
It is
you
because
are
it
doing
feels
it.
like your environment dictates your path, right? But your environment gives you a story.
Hmm.
It doesn't have to, tell you your end. And it doesn't seem like that at times. But with hope and faith and dreaming and believing and having the right people around you, you can create the life that you want. And what I'm learning is what you say to yourself, what you think about yourself is what matters the most, not what your family says, not what your peers say. It's what you say because we're with ourselves 24 hours a day. So
All
imagine
day.
if we said, I love you, girl. What you doing, boo? Like, I never used to talk to myself like that. If anything, I would beat myself up, beat myself down, tear myself apart, pick myself in and out. And we have to be gentle and kind with ourselves so we can be more gentle and kind with others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me, what do you think is one of the most interesting things about you?
It's honestly, I love twerking. Like people don't see that when they see me. But okay, so I've been dancing since I was in ninth
I
grade. I know, right? You wasn't expecting
want this.
that.
I
This
wasn't ready.
spiritual
I wasn't ready
twerker.
because I can't twerk. I be trying. I be like, damn, Lord.
I don't know. Music just does something to me, and it's therapeutic, it's spiritual, and it's like I've become married and pregnant with the beat. I'm telling you, I mean, we have magic, and I'm like, take me home. I remember going to the club, and the guys would be trying to dance with me. And I'm like, no, I must dance by myself. But no, I love dancing, and one of the things that I did to cut off my spirituality was I told myself, you must go to school, get your 4 year degree, go get a job. Dancing is not a real profession. I was also heavier, so I didn't want to be this fat girl dancing on stage. And so I talked myself out of doing something that I love. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna let these flaws. I'm not gonna let having no child. Nothing is gonna stop me. Somebody gonna see this lady, okay? One day.
You are welcome. And here's another interesting fact.
No, you're not ready for this. I eat hot sauce packets. So I like save my Taco Bell and Del Taco. So when I'm out and I'm like stressed and I don't have nothing, I would eat a hot sauce packet. Like I got that hot sauce in my first swag. I don't play. I take my
That is
sauce
an
out.
interesting thing about you.
I'm telling you, I love when the tacos are done. I still drink my salsa. I'm all over it. I don't play about my salsa and my hot
Because
sauce.
I love hot sauce too. I like going to those, like when you know the little things they have downtown, like farmers market, whatever. When they
Yes,
had the one with the hot sauces,
yes,
I'm over there. I'm over there. Now the ghost pepper, I made a mistake last time. It was
yeah.
good,
It's too hot.
but I put too much though, because I
Okay,
didn't think it was that hot, and my
right.
whole palate was shot. But I do
No.
like it, but it's got to be,
Yeah, it got to be
yeah.
right.
Now you got to twerk with the hot sauce. You got to.
A dash.
You are welcome.
Oh man! All right, so tell me about your business. I want to know what you do
Yes.
too.
Okay. So after my spiritual awakening with that guy, and I actually decided I did want to live. Like I have been suffering from suicidal ideation from 12 until like 30. So when I finally attempted it and I realized, oh my God, I do have a purpose. I didn't know what it was yet, but I knew I had a purpose. And so I started designing eyewear. So I would do like Uber, Instacart, and people would be like, oh my God, that's so different. And so it's a hobby turned business. It's called Blinged Out by Lala. And I do custom eyewear, whether it's prescription, non prescription. I do sunglasses, glasses, and I do accessories. So that's the first business. My calling,
Nice.
thank you. The reason why I'm here on this earth is to be a spiritual life coach. The one thing I didn't want to do was love myself. So that is my message. My business is called Celebration, and I want people to celebrate them every day because we're not taught to do that. So that is just what I want to, start speaking internationally and doing different classes and workshops and coaching. I just want to spread that love around to myself, to my family, and to the world. And then I have a nonprofit that is near and dear to my heart. It's called Kind Humans Uplift Humankind. And kindness is a superpower. It's so underrated, and people take advantage of us because we're naturally kind. But I've learned how to be kind without losing myself and without harming myself. We have to have boundaries, we have to have discernment, and being spiritual allows me to have discernment. I used to uh, ignore red flags, and I didn't think they were a big deal. Oh, I can handle it. It's not that big. I'm gonna just go over here right quick, and then you forget how to get back home. And then,
Mm.
it's just 20 years
Yep.
you've been trapped over there. You forgot who you were, why you came here. So, yes, my businesses are just about uplifting our vibration so that we can spread kindness and love in whatever we do.
That's why I love what I do at HBA, because I am constantly meeting people like you.
Right.
When you really see that, you're like, there has to be a conversation here, because I want to see how can I help them be more of that, because you see them shining and you're like, I just want to amplify their light. So thank you for being a light for
Oh,
me to see,
thank
because
you.
yeah, because people like you showing up for me reminds me, girl, you on the right track.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
Yes, I love your
yeah.
content. I love your spirit. I love your energy. You're so open, and I'm just grateful to even be in your space. So thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
That's what I'm talking about. It's another one for the book. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate you. Please join me again next Sunday for another creative community conversation. And as always, I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it.